Now, the average person has over $3,675 just sitting around in their place of residence. I mean, what are we even doing? Let's cash that in, baby. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Finance with Nick. Now, for today's video, I'm going to be answering a comment that I got on one of my previous videos. To be honest, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I hope I can help this person out, and hopefully I can give you a bunch of knowledge on how you can change your financial situation, at least to level up from level 1 to level 2. I mean, those other levels, completely different advice, but let's start with this viewer's comment. All right, now the comment read, I made $43,000 last year. How can I double my income? I have a customer support desk job, which is not remote and paid hourly. I live in a 4-bedroom house with roommates. I have $11,000 in savings. Wow, that's pretty darn impressive. And $1K in checking. So right off the bat, we're gonna have to turn this $43,000 into $86,000. Now, my goal for this is not to essentially start a whole new job, right? But kind of make money off of stuff you're already doing, stuff you already have, situations you're already in. A lot of people don't monetize a big portion of their life when they can be, especially trying to get out of lower income situations. Now, it did mention in their comment that they do not have a remote job, that they drive to work 5 days a week. Now, right off the bat, that does sound pretty annoying, but that is also a money-making opportunity. And that is to monetize these rides from your home to work, back to home. Now, I don't know how far it is. I don't know what car you drive, but there's a really cool feature when you sign up for driving for Lyft, driving for Uber, and you could tell it which direction you're going, and it'll pick up people on your way to work. So when you're going north, it won't pick someone up and take you south. So every day you could essentially carpool with someone to your job and then also back home. And it is very simple to utilize this feature. If you have any questions about it, hit me up in the comments. I can go into a little bit more about it. But from my experience, driving for 30 minutes to 45 minutes, you can easily make $25 a trip. So that is $50 a day doing something you're already doing. You're already driving to work. You may as well go an extra 5 minutes out of your way, pick someone up and drop them off in your direction. Why the hell not? That is $50 a day, $250 a week. Not to mention, if you've never signed up using these services, definitely hit the link in the description. They always give you massive sign up bonuses because they always want people on their platform. They always want new drivers. They always just want more people on Uber. And if we add all that up for the entire year, that's gonna be an extra $15,000, basically doing exactly what you're already doing. You're gonna drive to work, you're gonna drive home. Let's monetize that. So let's add $15,000 to the bank and let's keep it rolling. All right, now the next thing that I highly recommend that you're doing is you already have a little bit of money saved up. Now I'm gonna go into where I think you should allocate that money. But just having a job, having a little bit of money, there's a lot of sign up bonuses that certain banks, that certain stock brokerages, that certain cashback websites, they give you all sorts of sign up bonuses just for being a part of their platform. Now, if you're going to be doing Uber and Lyft, that is the perfect opportunity to open up another bank account and then have all that money go into the new bank account. Now, the reason why you should do this is because banks right now really, really want your money. With interest rates at all-time highs, they want as much money as possible so they could lend it right back out. But to circle back, they desperately want your money and they will give you massive sign-up bonuses. Now, I'll throw a couple on the screen right now. And I'll throw a couple links in the description on the ones that I think you could sign up for. The easiest ones to get these bonuses. I mean, we got Wells, we got US Bank, we got Chase, And then also we got Rakuten. If you want to sign up for a new credit card, get rid of your old ones and sign up for a new credit card. They also have massive bonuses. And then also stock brokerages, they give out free stocks if you invest on their platform, which is going to bring me to my next point. But for now, if we add all of these sign up bonuses, that's going to be an extra $1,000. So let's add that to the bank. We're getting pretty close. And not to mention, this doesn't add any work. All you got to do is just sit on a computer, probably while you're at work, and sign up for these accounts. All right, which leads me to my next point is your savings account. I did see that you have $11,000 in savings. Now, don't use all of it. Leave $1,000 in your savings account. Leave the $1,000 in checking. But take 10 grand of it and then invest it in the stock market. On average, it's about 8 to 12% that you're going to get on your money if you invest in the stock market as a whole. So that'll in turn get you another $1,000 of extra money. And the best part about this, like the last one, is you literally have to do nothing. All you have to do is sign up, invest in the SPY, and then the market will do itself. You don't even have to worry about it. You don't have to do anything besides like the 5-10 minutes it takes to set it up and then also buy the stock. Now the next portion is something I read very randomly like a couple weeks ago, and that is that the average person has over 36 items in their home that they don't want, that they don't use, they have no use for, that eventually they're just gonna throw out. And those 36 items on average are gonna equal over $3,675. I mean, what are we doing? We need to sell those and get that cash right now. So whether you want to sell it on eBay, whether you want to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, if you're an old schooler and you want to sell it on Craigslist, look around you. I'm looking at $1,000 that I don't even use right now. I mean, it's just wild. Just walk around your place of residence and just look at the stuff and just be like, when's the last time I used that? And when's the last time when's the next time I'm gonna use that? And if it's not last week or next week, sell it. You don't need it. So I'm gonna assume that this person is above average and they have $4,000 worth of extra stuff that they can sell for cash money. So let's add $4,000 to the bank and we're getting there. This is a beautiful thing. Now for this next idea that I had, it's gonna be really dependent on who you are, what you like to do, what are your hobbies, where you live. I noticed this person said that they live in a 4-bedroom home. Now sometimes 4-bedroom homes have pools. So that brings me to my next point, and that is to rent out pretty much every asset that you can that you don't always use. So for this example, if you live in a home with a pool, you could actually rent out your backyard to people that really want to use a private pool. And I mean, just look at these articles. People are just making bank from this in certain areas. So like I said, it's very dependent on your situation and where you live for that one. Now, if your hobbies are, you are a fashionista, you can rent out your wardrobe through multiple websites. If you like to take photos, you can rent out iPhone gear. You can rent out camera gear. You can rent out your lights, your drones. Like, it's very dependent on what you have and what you're doing, but you can rent out all this stuff. Definitely do your research and figure out what you're comfortable renting out. But usually all of these websites have some sort of policy that reimburses you if it gets lost or stolen. And also, if you live in a big home with a big backyard, you could also rent out spaces for storage. So if you have a big garage or a big shed in the back, you can rent that out. And again, look at these articles. You can make a lot of money doing this. And that just touches the surface of the stuff that you can rent out. I mean, you can rent out garden tools. You can literally rent out anything. You rent out your car. If you're going away for a week, you can rent out your bedroom on Airbnb. The sky is the limit. Now, it's really hard to predict because it's very dependent on what you're renting out and what you're doing. But on average, I'm going to say that you can make $500 a month doing this. It's really not that hard to make this amount. So if we add it up for the entire year, that is an extra $6,000. Let's add it to the bank. That's a good looking bank. All right, now let's get into the next section. And that is when, this is where we get a little creative. Now, I know personally on YouTube, you can make a great amount of money making content like this. I know on TikTok it's a little less money, but the exposure is absolutely there. So just reading your job description, like that's very interesting. I'm sure there's stories, I'm sure there's interactions with customers that are just wild. Now I'm gonna throw up a couple examples of creators doing this and doing this very, very well. But all it's gonna take is one video to go gangbusters and you can make $10,000. And again, this is gonna go to the fact of like, I'm not trying to give you a whole nother job. What I'm saying is to double down on the stuff you're already doing. You're all gonna be interacting with these customers. You're already going to be gathering these stories in your mind. So you may as well just record it, see what the world says. And yeah, and if you do not want to put your face out there, there is also so many channels that are faceless and that just have text and images and videos and all that stock, which you can get for free on websites like Pixels, or if you want to do some AI like Midjourney. There's a lot of free tools out there to generate these images or get these images. And all you got to do is get one of these and do a voiceover. And then it also goes to your hobbies. Like if you like art and you like to paint, there is so many opportunities to make a little more extra income from these hobbies. Photography, if you like to do that, you can easily make some extra income from this. So step one for me would be to record certain interactions with clients, to tell your stories online and just see what happens, because this could equal a amazing financial opportunity. But check if you're in your contract, there's a social media clause, because don't do that if there is. But I know for me, just starting out, my first year that I made money doing social media, I made $10,000. So that's what I'm gonna give you because I believe in you. So let's add an extra $10,000 to the bank and let's keep it moving. Again, that bank looks pretty good. All right, so right now we have a grand total of $80,000. Now, we are $6,000 away. I'm not out of ideas, but I would need more. I would need to know more about like this person's situation before I can give you any more advice. This is as much generic advice as I can give you that could help as many people as possible. But another side to this that could help everyone is to budget. So the first step would be to add all of your expenses up. And if you're having a very hard time doing this, put everything on one card. Just put everything on one card, and a lot of cards have like they auto calculate how much you spend in the month. Then you could see that, and that's how you could start to budget your life. But after you add up all your stuff, figure out how you can cut back. Because if you cut back $500, and I'm telling you, everyone can cut back in one way or another. Like there's a lot of simple ways that you can save $20, $30, $50 a day. But if you can cut back your expenses by $500, that's an extra $6,000 in your pocket. So it's not extra income, but it's extra money in your pocket. So I'm gonna count that. So just start to budget. Look at how much money you spend, look where you can save, and cut back as much as possible. A lot of people don't realize how many of these microtransactions add up. Like, I mean, 10 bucks there, 20 bucks there, 50 bucks there. That doesn't sound like a lot, but at the end of the month, it's like $3,000 for this nonsense. So add everything up, look at it, judge yourself, and figure out how you can cut back. So if we add all that up, we just doubled your salary for the year. Now, this was a lot of fun thinking about this. Now, if you want to share your life and a financial question, just hit it up in the comment below. Maybe I will answer you in the next video. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, baby, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.